Hey guys, Nick here from Just For You Studios and welcome back to another video. This is a trailer reaction to Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I know I haven't done a trailer reaction in forever, and yes, I am still working on Transcrafters, whether you believe it or not. I know I said I'd have it done sooner. Man, the audio post-side of stuff is insane. I'm not going to bore people now just because I know not everyone here might be familiar with the show and are probably just here to see the trailer. But I thought I'd record a trailer reaction because it's freaking Spider-Man No Way Home. And in case this trailer, or this teaser trailer, blows my mind, I thought I want to have my reaction on camera, in case it's worth uploading. And if it's not, then no one's watching this. But anyway, with that said, let's just hop into the trailer. Alright, here we go. Ooh, okay. Looks like Doctor Strange is in this a little bit more than I thought.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's power includes the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Oh, that's cute that they're there together. Oh, that's fucking adorable.
Just like stay up here all day. It is so crazy down there.
Oh, I'm glad that they're giving them still the Peter MJ moments. I was afraid that wouldn't happen now with the reveal.
The drones that are yours.
Okay.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
Hoping we get some Matt Murdock action in there with the whole lawyer side of stuff. I also have a feeling they're only going to show us the first half hour of the movie.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man?
Oh, sweet. We're going to get the moments immediately after, it looks like. You still went to school? I like that it's affecting him at home. Yeah.
Just been thinking about how to fix
I wouldn't go to school. Are you kidding me? Everyone thinks I'm not only Spider-Man, but a killer? Ooh.
What do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved
What
that
happened?
together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
What's going on with the Sanctum?
Steven.
That feels weird.
That's fucking great.
Mysterio revealed my identity.
Ooh, was that the black suit? Like the all black?
I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Yep.
Strange. Don't.
Figured that would be what happened.
Too dangerous.
Oh, that's what happens.
I won't.
Oh, he will. And that's what happens to their multiverse. Yep.
The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
I think that's such a lame way of handling it personally. But hey, I guess it's an easy way to explain the Spider-Verse.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through.
Oh, I love that for stakes.
Oh my God, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really stop talking.
So he distracted Doctor Strange, and that's what fucked it up?
What just happened?
Okay, I don't know if I buy that, honestly. Oh, this Christmas. I thought they were going to remove the release date, but okay.
Multiverse is a concept about.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Electro. Where is this going to take place, this train sequence?
Trying to live two different lives.
Oh, that's a cool line.
The longer you do it, the more.
Iron Spider, okay. Yes! Oh my god! Oh, that was so badass with the laugh. Oh my god. That looks so good. Alfred Molina. I don't understand yet why he is like, oh, Tom Holland's Peter, but that's a teaser. It doesn't matter. We'll get that in the movie, I hope. Fuck. Well, let's jump into that shit. So first off, I think this is adorable, this Peter MJ scene up on the rooftop. I don't know, one of my big gripes with how they did Michelle in Homecoming was that she didn't feel like MJ, they just slapped the MJ label on her. And I thought that she worked much better in Far From Home, but I feel like this scene here is the best that I've seen their relationship. Like, this is the first time where I'm like, oh yeah, I really buy that. And I just love having the score just kind of quietly playing the da-na-na, then a little break, da-da-da. Like, that's a good way to set the mood. And I love, actually, what they're doing about the consequences of his identity finding out. And the whole, like, MJ has that line in there, like, the whole, like, I mean, aren't you kind of relieved that now you don't have to keep it a secret? And he has that line where he says, like, I didn't want to lie to you. And, like, the kind of, the different perspectives of the world knowing that he's Spider-Man, but then also thinking that Spider-Man's this murderer. Like, actually, I think it's kind of interesting to have that. I mean, granted, it's a little weird to be like, well, wait, he fought with Iron Man in Infinity War, Endgame, all that jazz, right? Like, is he that bad? But still, I think it's a neat concept to explore, especially with how it affects Peter's life and just really focusing on that. Because that's one of the things is, I think to make a good Spider-Man film, you got to focus on the Peter Parker side of it as well. It's the man part of Spider-Man. And I just think that's something that, I'll say, one of my big gripes I have with the MCU Spider-Man is I feel like they keep resetting his arc every movie. And this seems like an opportunity where you don't do that and have him grow as a character. However, I think the Doctor Strange thing is a bit of a cop-out. I guess it's kind of one of those obvious things, like I was having a conversation with someone where it's like, oh yeah, of course he'd probably go to Doctor Strange and see if he can magic his way out of this. But that seems like such an ex machina way of solving the problem. And I think seeing this Halloween decoration is kind of a stupid way of being like, that guy, that's Doctor Strange, I'll go talk to Doctor Strange. Also, what the hell is going on with the Sanctum Sanctorum? When I first saw it, I thought, is this something multiverse related? Which maybe it is, but I don't know what the purpose is behind the Sanctum looking like this. If this is like a normal thing, like, oh yeah, every winter the Sanctum looks like this. And he has like the hoodie on under the cape and what have you. I think it's a hilarious line of the Steven. That feels weird, but I'll allow it. I think that's a funny line. But I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on here with the Sanctum. And we see the black and gold costume here, which I think looks cool. I am personally a little bummed that it doesn't look like we're going to have a classic-looking costume, but objectively, I think this is a cool-looking suit. I'm just one of the people who's biased in doing the, oh, well, I want the comic-accurate suit, which we kind of got in Homecoming, but I wish that wasn't the closest we got to comic-accurate. I wish we got one that's even one more step further, as opposed to just all these, like, just feeling like multiverse type of suits that you would have in the DLC of a video game. I want to see the classic red and blue. Granted, again, I was one of the defenders of the red and black from Far From Home when it was first announced. I think this is a great looking suit. I just also wish we got a classic suit. Which, then we have the whole spell thing, which it seems a little weird for Stephen Strange's character, for Wong to be like, don't cast that spell, and Stephen being like, I won't, wink. Like, he seems like, Stephen Strange has always been the classic, like, he'll break the rules, but he's, dynamic-wise, feels like more of the stern parent type of character. It feels a little weird for him to be like, I won't do it, wink, let's totally change reality. Like, that feels like something that Doctor Strange would be the mind of, like, fuck no, we're not doing that. Although I think it's, I think it's interesting with the contingency of the spell being that everyone will forget that he's Spider-Man, and thus erasing this great relationship that he's having with MJ. I think that's a neat stake. I think it's fucking stupid if it plays out the way that it does in the trailer, where Peter's talking is what distracts Strange enough to destroy the fucking multiverse. That seems a little odd and unusual to me. Like I'm all for Peter making a mistake that kind of has a negative effect on these villains getting loose, and now he has to solve it. But really, his big thing was that he was talking too much and Strange couldn't fucking focus on the spell. That feels a little weird to me. But who knows, it's Marvel, maybe that's not actually how it will go down in the movie. I still think that there's a bunch of stuff in here that may not actually be how it goes down in the movie, and some of the stuff is a misdirect. Like, I was even looking in that portal that Wong walked through, and it just looks like a generic, maybe, palace or another sanctum, maybe. But they could totally replace that background to be something else. But moving on, I think this scene looks fucking badass. I love the kind of Inception-y, crazy, multiversal stuff they did in Doctor Strange. And now to have Spider-Man going, what the fuck, falling in that, I think that's cool. This, to me, obviously looks like Electro. Jamie Foxx hinted that he won't be the same blue Electro, and that he'd probably be more the classic yellow, which, yeah, sorry, I bumped the mic. Yeah, this looks like that. Also, notice the Daily Bugle on the van. That's cool. This, to me, is the most interesting part of the trailer, because I have no clue what this is. I have no clue why they're in a canyon riding a train. Like, this is the one thing from the trailer that caught me off guard, in terms of, like, how the fuck did this fit in the movie? Which, who knows, maybe this is another Marvel fuck you thing, where this isn't actually something in the movie, maybe it's a different background location, or something's different about it. Or maybe it isn't here, and we really just don't know that much about the movie still, despite it being pretty obvious by this point that it's a Spider-Verse film. But yeah, no, I really have no idea how this scene fits into the film, and I didn't expect Doctor Strange to be in it this much. So while I think it's stupid to go to Doctor Strange and have him just MacGuffin the problem away by being like, magic, everyone forgets. I kind of figured that might be how it went down, but I figured that would happen at the end of the first act, something would lead to the villains. I think it's stupid if it's what it looks like in the trailer, but something would lead to the villains, and the Doctor Strange has to fuck off to fix the multiverse stuff that's now going crazy, and then he goes into his movie Multiverse of Madness while Spider-Man fixes stuff with the villains. That's what I assumed happened. This scene might change that. We might be getting more Doctor Strange than I thought. But cool, Iron Spider. I know from the toy leaks and stuff it looks like he'll have a magic version of the suit. I don't know if this is before that, after that. How this fits in with his other suits, I don't know. But he has it, and this looks like the same bridge sequence that has Goblin's bomb go off, and then in the most badass shot I've seen in a long time, the claw coming down and then pulling back, and you see Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. But this looks like the same sequence there. Which, speaking of this, fuck yeah. I mean, I got so hyped seeing this orange pumpkin bomb. Especially because then you hear Willem Dafoe's fucking Goblin laugh. Like, fuck yeah, this is badass. I'd be so down for this. And yeah, this shot is fucking awesome. I love this shot. But the one thing that confuses me, Doc Ock has that one line of like, hey, Peter, he doesn't know Tom Holland. Why does he, like, be like, you're Peter Parker, even though he knows Tobey Maguire's? Unless maybe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is also on this bridge, but why is it? Where in the film does this take place? I assume this might be their first interaction with the villains, at which point I don't know if we would have Tobey and Andrew in there yet. I just don't know. This scene kind of confused me in terms of like, well, why does he give a shit who this is? Does he just see the Spider-Man suit and assume it's his Spider-Man? In the shot that happens where you see Tom Holland suit up actually takes place before this shot. So you see like claw come down, then Peter gets ready, puts on the Iron Spider suit. Doc Ock comes through, sees the Spider-Man suit, and goes, oh, I know you. Hey, Peter. Is that what happens? But also, Doc Ock, if you're pulling him from the different movie, maybe he's from a different multiverse that's not Spider-Man 2. That could be the case. But if you're pulling him from Spider-Man 2, he only knows about Peter being Spider-Man like moments before he died. And by that point, as soon as he knew that Peter was Spider-Man, he was pretty like, oh, I'm a good guy now. So maybe it's kind of like the Electro situation where he's not from Tobey's universe? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall at this point. But yeah, I guess, what did you guys think of this trailer? It was interesting. I'm gonna be honest. I did not love Far From Home. In fact, I was very underwhelmed by it. I thought Homecoming was okay. I think Spider-Verse is awesome, but I feel like we need more time with Holland Spider-Man being Spider-Man and not having that Tony Stark mentor. And I feel a little bit like Spider-Verse is kind of hurting that development for the character. I think Spider-Verse would have made a great Spider-Man 4. But again, with Loki and all that multiverse stuff, I guess now seems like the time to cash in on the multiverse, sure. But, I mean, as much as I can gripe about, Peter's development in the MCU and some of my nitpicks and stuff, and the fact that I think it is pretty lame if that's how all these problems happen, is Doctor Strange is casting a spell to make everyone forget about Spider-Man, but Peter won't shut the fuck up. I think that's a little weird if that's how it happens. But with that said, I think this looks like it's going to be a fun movie, absolutely. And yeah, I bet they're cashing in on the nostalgia, and that's what they're going for, because I got excited as fuck seeing the pumpkin grenade and Doc Ock, and even just the lightning that looks like it would be Electro. Like, hell yeah, I'm down for that. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say on this. And I guess I'm editing this into a video that'll go up on YouTube, which at this point, if you're here for Spider-Man, you guys are good to leave. I might just talk for a quick second about Transcrafters, which is just to say, I'm working on it. It's taking me longer than I thought. Part of why it's taking me so much longer is for Season 3, I have a totally different workflow than I did for any other season, to where with Seasons 1 and 2 of Transcrafters, I did my live commentary as I was recording the videos. Now with Season 3, I did that a little bit, but I'm doing a lot more of that commentating, like the actual voices of the Transformers, not just in the cutscene stuff, but in the gameplay, in post. Which means now, instead of just scripting out the cutscenes and doing it on the fly when I'm recording the video, I'm doing pretty much now all of it in post. Which means I have to script out everything in the episodes, not just the cutscenes. I essentially edit the video without my commentary, and then I watch through it a couple of times with a Word doc next to me. I type out basically all the beats that I want to say, and then I practice it a couple times, record a couple takes, which means I have 3 to 5 takes of everything that is said, and then I have to go in, find the best takes of everything that gets said, edit that in. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it was. But don't worry, none of you want Transcrafters as bad as I do. It is just infuriating to me that it hasn't come out yet, because I've done so much work the past several years. I'm going to get Transcrafters out. It's just taking me longer than I thought it would, and I apologize for that. But with that said, let me go back to Facecam here. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I've been trying to keep uploads to a minimum just because I figure if I'm going to do YouTube time, I want it to be working on Transcrafters. But I got, like, my phone started blowing up of people being like, the Spider-Man's trailer just came out, and I thought, it's Spider-Man. If I was going to react to anything, I should react to that. And in case the trailer blew my mind, I wanted to have my reaction recorded. So I'll probably just do a stupidly simple edit of this video, throw it out on YouTube for anyone who is curious to know my thoughts on it. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you to the 3 of you who probably made it this far. And don't worry, I will be working on Transcrafters. If you want me to squeeze in more trailer reactions, I've also considered doing reactions to the Marvel shows, but the problem I have with that is, as much as I would love to, it's just time I'd be taking away from editing Transcrafters. So I figure I want to focus on Transcrafters, but maybe if any trailers come up that you guys would want me to react to, that I could do stupidly simple and take, how long has this been, 20 minutes to record and maybe double that to edit, sure, I can do that. So if you want more trailer reactions to come back, let me know in the comments and I'll consider it. But I'll still try and focus my time as much as I can that I have free time for to Transcrafters. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends. Or don't, since I don't upload regularly. I get it. But yeah, it's still fun doing YouTube. I still enjoy it. So if you're watching, thank you. Sincerely, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Woo!